What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Guys, I had another request from the channel, say it in Swedish. I definitely like this channel, so y'all make sure y'all show us some love, man. I definitely like this learning some more about Swedish. I know it's been a minute. I know I had a whole month one time, I think like in February or March, where I was just doing all of Sweden. So glad to really be back doing a lot more. Thank y'all for sending those recommendations. And somebody sent me, are Swedes switching to English? Do this. So I'm an English speaker, so I know when I go to Sweden I'll be good just because there is English spoken there. But we finna check this out, see what it's about. Y'all hit that subscribe button, send down those recommendations. Let's check it out.
Since you've clicked on this video, you probably have a problem, and we're gonna solve that right now. I mean, don't you just hate it when you approach Swedes with Swedish, they switch to English? And this means that you've probably focused on the wrong thing. See, the most important pronunciation trait to get right in Swedish is stress.
Oh.
So in this video, we're gonna talk about how you, at the end of this video, will never experience a Swede switching back to English. Sentence stress. In Swedish, we emphasize important words. Take this sentence for instance. Jag heter Joakim. The stress is on my name here, Joakim, because that's the information that I want to convey. And this really fits with my little list of things that are typically stressed in a Swedish sentence. So we have the main verb, for instance, an object or an adverbial. And here, my name is kind of like an object. So, jag heter Joakim. That's the word that's stressed. That's the information that I want to convey. And here is another example where the object is stressed. Vi äter köttbullar. You can hear that.
Oh, I remember when I was doing Duolingo, I remember vi äter. We are eating meatballs. Okay.
This is stressed. The tone goes up and the volume goes up. When we say this, we kind of push that word into the foreground. But what if we don't have an object? Du måste gå nu. You can hear that I stress gå here. Gå is the main verb. Måste is also a verb, but it's an auxiliary.
I feel like det måste gå ner. I feel like I can speak Swedish. I need to practice
du
more.
Måste gå nu. Now these are what I would call the default stresses, but what happens if I want to emphasize something else in a sentence? Let's listen to this. Jag heter Joakim. Jag heter Joakim. I stress jag here because that's the most important information to convey here, that I am Joakim, not anyone else here. I'm the one. Jag heter Joakim. Jag heter Joakim. Like, my name is Joakim, but something. Du måste gå nu. Du måste gå nu. You have to go now, but I don't. Du måste gå.
Okay.
Or
so he emphasizing with certain words. Okay.
You have to go now, but I don't. Du måste gå.
I almost be like if I say you, not me, you.
Du måste gå nu. It makes it more pressing. You have to go. Du måste gå nu. Or du måste gå nu. You have to go now. Right now. Okay. It's very, very pressing. So you can see how the sentence changes in tone when you stress another word. Vi äter köttbullar. Vi äter köttbullar. I or we are eating meatballs. You aren't. We are. Vi äter köttbullar. We're not throwing them around, right? We are eating them. So here you can see it's very important to know what you want to convey with the sentence. And it's very, very important in Swedish that the word that you want to emphasize is stressed very clearly. In some languages, the stress is a lot weaker. And one super important thing to note here, and I will go into details in a little bit, is that every unstressed word, syllable, sound is short. Then when you come to the stressed word, you just give it your all. You prolong all those long syllables and long sounds, and it will make it sound beautiful to a Swede's ear. We had 2 ears. This is one of the difficult things when you listen to Swedes, because some words might sound like compound words because you can really hear it because they aren't stressed. But whatever. Word stress. In Swedish, a word can have 1 or 2 stresses. A word with 1 syllable only has 1 stress, right? If it has 2 syllables, it can have 1 or 2 stresses. And if it's a compound, it has 2 stresses.
Okay.
Väg.
Väg.
Road.
Väg.
1 syllable, 1 stress. Väg.
Väg.
Motor.
Motor.
2 syllables. 1 main stress
I
in
can
the
just say
beginning
motor.
and a secondary stress.
That
And then we
one
have the
doesn't
compound.
sound
Motorväg.
Motorväg.
Motorväg. So we have 2 stresses here. Motorväg.
Motorväg.
And I mentioned before that all unstressed syllables are short. Well, here you can hear that all the stressed ones are long. So either they can have a long vowel, or if the vowel is short but the syllable is stressed, the consonant following that vowel is gonna be long.
Gotcha.
Hot.
Hot.
Means hate. Hot. The vowel.
It almost sounds like he's saying hot in English. He sound like he's saying hot or hat.
Is long. Hot.
Okay.
Hat.
So hat
the
is
consonant
2 T's.
is long. Hot.
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 And if we go back to our
Hot,
example
hot.
with väg,
Väg.
road, with a long ä,
Väg.
we also have vägg, which
Vägg.
means wall, with
Vägg.
a short ä and a long g. As an example, we also have the infamous
Motorväg.
glas, which means
Glass.
glass.
Claws.
Glass.
Glass.
Glass,
Glass.
which is spelled like glass in English, but glass
Huh.
indicates that we should have a long consonant with double S
Interesting.
and a short vowel. Glass, which means ice cream. So
Glass.
we don't want to eat
Motorväg.
glass, right? We don't want to eat glass, which is glass. We want to eat ice cream, which is glass.
Glass.
So here you see the
Glass.
importance of
Glass.
extending the right sound. And this segues into meaning differences. This means that if you put the stress on the wrong syllable, you might say the wrong thing. For instance, we have the word formel,
Formel.
formula,
Formel.
formel,
Formel.
but also formell.
Formel.
The stress moves from the first syllable
Somehow like
to,
you gotta roll the L at the formel. Formel. Formal.
but also formell. The stress moves from the first syllable to the last syllable, formell, which means formal. The same goes for these 2 words, which are spelled completely the same. Banan.
Banan.
Banan. The track. Banan, which means banana. Banan.
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 Tips. The major
Dang, that's
rule
different.
of thumb here is that the stress comes on the second to last syllable in a word. It's the intuition we learn as kids when we start to read and we learn words that way. That's our intuition. So that's how we spontaneously are gonna, pronounce a word. But it's a really general rule. Then we have 2 unstressed verb prefixes, för and be, like in förlora, lose, förstå, understand, bevaka, surveillance, bete sig, behave. Words ending on an E with an accent on top gets that very syllable stressed. So for instance, we have the word kaffe. Kaffe, which means coffee. Kaffe. But
Almost
the
like
word
cafe.
is stressed on the last syllable.
Kaffe.
But the word cafe is stressed on the last syllable here.
So almost like you're saying cafe is coffee and cafe is cafe.
Cafe. Particle
That's
verbs,
interesting.
meaning a phrase with a verb and a particle that changes the meaning of the main verb. The particle gets stressed here. Not the main verb, but the particle. So, titta på.
Titta
på means to watch. Titta means to watch, but if you say that I'm just watching, generally we say titta på. Then we have a set of prefixes and suffixes that kind of act like parts of a compound word, so they will be stressed as well. We have an, o, efter, före, aktig, bar, artad, dom. Some examples with these affixes are anse, to have an opinion, otålig, impatient, eftertänksam, prudent, föreställning, show,
that's a long word for show.
Småaktig, captious, elakartad, malignant, ungdom, youth, ätbar, edible. The following suffixes, they get the main stress. So everything before it is unstressed, and only these are stressed. We have ion, fil, ist, mat, i, all, yr, ös, and nom, with the following examples: station, station, profil.
Oh, that's interesting.
Following examples:
station. So it's spelled like station, but it's station.
Station.
That's interesting.
Profil. Profile. Pianist. Pianist. Automat. Vending machine.
Oh.
Bageri. Bakery. Banal. Ordinary.
Wow.
Frisyr. Haircut. Dansös. Female dancer. Ekonom. Economist. Now to learn more about Swedish pronunciation and the infamous pitch accent, you can click the video here.
I need to watch that one too. Watch Swedish sound like music. That would be fun. That would be super fun. But now, I was learning Swedish on Duolingo. It was fun. I ain't gonna lie. I felt like I was really learning. I had a paper on my desk somewhere where I wrote down certain words to remember and stuff like that. Cause I know talk, thank you, talk, thank you, and all those things like that. Then hey do, goodbye, So I still know a little bit, those little basics, probably what I'll need, just to do these type of videos, So it like talk, thank you for watching these videos, talk for watching these videos, But no, I need to get back to learning some more Swedish. I really do, definitely going to be necessary. But that's all I have for this video. Y'all make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Send out more video suggestions. And y'all be blessed, be the best, and be you. I'm out.